Good afternoon or good morning to some of you. Thank you for joining us today for our webinar, our lunch break webinar with Neal Pecchenino of Simple Matters, the makers of Ditto. First, before we get started, I just want to thank Nicole from Alternative Communication Services for presenting or for providing cards today. If you don't have captions, you should see a CC button at the top of the audio screen, and just click on that to open your caption pod, or Control F8 on your keyboard will do the same. Before Neal gets started, he would like to play the Meet Ditto video. And so what I want to do, this is embedded on the HLAA website currently. And so when I click play, it's not going to click play on your screen. So go ahead and click play now, if you will.
Constantly checking your phone because you're worried about missing a call, text, or email? Missed calls because your phone was in your purse and you didn't hear it ring? Or worried about leaving your phone behind? That's why we created Ditto. Ditto helps people stay connected without always having to check their phone. Ditto vibrates when someone important to you is trying to get in touch. Ditto is really tiny and super lightweight, so it fits easily, even in the smallest pocket. It also has a built-in clip, so you can attach it anywhere. For example, to your shirt collar, waistband, or bra strap. And Ditto is discreet. You can wear it under your clothes, so you're still free to wear your favorite watch or jewelry. Or wear it on its wristband. Just clip Ditto on in the morning and go live your life. Ditto will vibrate when you get calls, texts, emails, and other notifications that you've set as your favorites in the Ditto app. And you can customize the vibrations so you'll know exactly when to check your phone. Ditto has a digital tether, so you'll know if you've left your phone behind. And it has a silent wake-up alarm, so you wake up, not your partner. Ditto is also waterproof, so you can wear it at the gym or even while swimming. We made Ditto as simple as possible. There are no buttons, switches, displays, lights, connectors.
I'm not sure why that didn't play till the end. I apologize for that, but it is on our website, so you can play it again at your leisure. Neal, I'll let you go ahead and start your presentation.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for having me, Nancy. And I'm glad we were able to put this together. It's the second try, so glad
it worked out for today.
Yeah, so thank you everybody who's tuning in. Very excited to be here and talk a little bit about Ditto. We've been around for a little while now. We've been around for a little over a year, but we're pretty new to this space. We're pretty new to the hearing loss space and the hearing care market as a whole. But we're very excited to be in this community, in this field. We've stepped into it in a way that I think is pretty meaningful and has really made us feel good about what it is we're doing and the product that we're bringing to the market. So I'll tell you a little bit about Ditto. The video played about 2/3 of the way through, but it's okay. It's linked up so you can find it. Plus, I have a feeling you'll be seeing more of our videos. I'll talk a bit more about that later. So this is Ditto. It's really, really tiny. If you look, it's literally just barely the size of my thumb. It's actually even smaller than my thumb. It clips on. You can clip it on a shirt. You can wear it in your pocket. You can clip it on a bra strap and be really discreet. You can actually even wear it on a secluded wristband. And Ditto is controlled entirely through our application, which is very simple to use and nicely designed. In the application, you can go into any of the features and set it up exactly the way you like. You can set different vibration patterns. So basically, the whole concept behind this product is to allow you to separate yourself from your phone. So your phone can essentially be anywhere in the house. Your phone could be charging in the kitchen. Your phone could be essentially it could be right next to you. It could be vibrating. It could be on silent. You may not hear it, but with Ditto, if you're wearing your Ditto, you'll feel it. So you can be 50 to 100 feet away from your phone, and you'll know you're getting that phone call. So it's kind of a simple problem that a lot of people have, and a lot of people in the hearing care space have. If you suffer from hearing loss of any kind, you're probably more likely to miss phone calls, and you won't realize it until an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours after the fact that, hey, somebody that you care about has been trying to get a hold of you, and they're probably now worried about you. So that's where Ditto comes in as a really, really simple $40 solution to that problem. And we've had a lot of success over the last 6 to 8 months since we've sort of entered into this market. I'll run through a couple of the features because I think it's kind of interesting to talk about it now so you know just generally how it works. Actually, why don't I do a little slight demonstration. I'll put it up here on my table. It's black on black, so it's kind of hard to see it, but I'll put it underneath one of our little handouts, and you can kind of see, Ditto vibrate here on my table. And it's maybe a little bit tough, but there we go. You can kind of hear it or see it, hopefully. So you would wear this. You wear Ditto on your shirt, like I said, and you'll feel it. You won't miss the call. You won't miss the text message. You won't miss the email. You'll know when the mailman's here, the delivery's here, you name it. You can find a way to make Ditto work for you. Plus, we work with 60 different applications. We actually just recently redid our application. So we work with 60 different apps. I don't know if you can see. Hopefully you can. 60 different applications. You can go in and select an application and turn it on, and you'll see that there's actually vibration patterns that you can choose from. So you select the vibration pattern that you'd like, and now when this is alarm, for example, when the alarmed app goes off, it'll vibrate a set of 5 times. So you'll know exactly what alarm is going off, you'll know exactly what notification is coming through. It's actually very slick, and you can customize as many of these as you like. It's totally up to you. There's also notifications. You can change the same settings for phone calls, text messages, emails. The alarm is built into the Ditto. The tether and the leash function, which essentially lets you know if you've forgotten your phone. So the leash is actually very cool. Let's say you leave your phone on a table of a restaurant and you walk outside. After a very short period of time, Ditto will recognize that, hey, you left your phone behind, and it'll vibrate to let you know, hey, you forgot your phone. So you'll essentially be notified before it's too late and your phone's gone. So remind you to go back in and get it, which is very cool. There is a built-in alarm and timer, so that's been an extremely popular function for people with hearing loss because a lot of people can't hear their timers or their alarms, so it's great to be able to feel a timer or an alarm. And you know, another cool thing about Ditto is it's waterproof, so you can go swimming with it. You can go swimming with it. You can take it to the beach, go to the gym, whatever you'd like to do with it. It can do it. It's a pretty tough, little durable device. A lot of people use it in the shower. Actually, a lot of people use it while washing dishes or just being out and about. It's nice that it's a product you don't really have to worry about that much. It kind of takes care of you versus you having to take care of it. And that also applies when it comes to charging it. You don't even have to charge Ditto, which is a very cool function. Ditto has a battery, has a little coin cell battery, the same kind you'd find at any CVS or Target or Walgreens. Actually, I'll show you. You just literally take Ditto apart, just like that. So there's a little coin cell battery here. The battery lasts anywhere from 3 to 6 months. So we thought originally, early on in development, actually before I was even involved, they thought it was a good idea to, instead of having a product that you have to charge every single night, to make it just work. make Ditto on at all times, 24 hours a day. The second you put this thing together, it's on and it's working. It's paired up with my phone. You don't have to do anything. It just works. I go to bed, I leave my Ditto on my nightstand. I wake up in the morning, I put Ditto on, and I go. People actually kind of forget that it's an electronic device at a certain point because it just works. It's just completely paired to your phone, and it repairs if it ever breaks connection. The range on it is so significant that you kind of forget that the two are actually talking to one another. It just sort of becomes an extension of the technology that you've become so familiar with every day with these smartphones. So that's essentially sort of the roundup around Ditto. It's sort of the idea behind it. I'd be happy to take you through a presentation I put together, kind of walking you through where we were at the beginning and where I came in and where we are moving forward. So the original concept for the product came about when the co-founders, particularly Mark Gurin, was trying to get a hold of his wife. Over and over again he'd call, and she apparently would not pick up the phone. And for similar reasons, she actually does not have hearing loss, but a lot of the same reasons apply. She didn't hear her phone. Her phone was on her desk. Her phone was in her office, and she's in the other room. So he couldn't get a hold of her. And hours would go by, and frustration would mount. And it's a common problem that I think a lot of people have. So that sparked the idea. And that was multiple years ago. Development was kicked off between Mark Gurin and his co-founder Bob Olador at the time. They developed it over the course of about a year and released it on the Kickstarter, which was a very successful campaign. I think most people are probably familiar with Kickstarter. It's a crowdfunding site. We did it, Ditto did it not as a function of raising money purely, but more as a marketing validation exercise. So we put the product out to get the feedback of users, and it did really, really well. About 5,000 plus people, or multiple thousand backers, but we raised over $130,000 over the course of a 30-day period. Also getting a lot of really great press out of it, being written up in major publications, and getting a lot of attention and now an unintended buzz around the product. So, but Ditto was originally developed for the mass market. We thought that this was going to be a major hit. We'd put it on the shelves of Targets and Best Buys, and we'd sell them by the thousands, by the truckload, week after week. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work that way anymore. Retail isn't set up to work that way anymore unless you're an established brand with hundreds of SKUs in these stores. And it's hard for a one-off product that needs a bit of an explanation. And we're new. We don't have tens, hundreds of millions of dollars in ad budget, and it's really difficult to drive that story home. But what's pretty cool, and I think on the next slide we talk about it. Let's see if we can take you there. What's pretty cool is that after launching Ditto, and we did actually chase the mass market, and we had quite a bit of success considering how small we were. We are in Target stores today. We're in a couple hundred Target stores, and we're actually selling better than a lot of other wearable tech products that are in Target. But what's really interesting is that after about a month of being out, we launched in August of 2015. After about a month of being out on the market, we started getting 5-star reviews on Amazon from people that were deaf or hard of hearing, people that worked in loud environments, people that were completely deaf, people that were using cochlear implants. And we quickly noticed this trend, like, hey, there's something here. We keep getting 5-star reviews from people that have hearing loss. There's something here. So we sort of circled around it internally and thought that it would be worthwhile to take a look at this market and see if it's something bigger and more meaningful that we could jump into. And it absolutely was. It absolutely has been, and it is. That's what we are now. That's what we are today. Is we're a product for people with hearing loss, and we're doing everything we can to make Ditto a great product for people in the full spectrum of hearing loss, whether you're slight or moderate hearing loss, whether you just happen to work in a loud environment and you can't hear or feel your phone, or if you're completely deaf, profoundly deaf. The whole spectrum. we are absolutely committed to making Ditto a great product for you. So we actually started off by going to a show. We went to the Audiology Now show in Phoenix, Arizona this last year. So that wasn't too long ago. It was, 6 to 8 months ago, something around there. It's actually kind of crazy because time flies. So we went to the show, set up a booth, didn't know what to expect. We actually got stuck all the way in the back. But it was amazing. We'd been to multiple shows before. We'd been to CES. We had great shows everywhere. But we showed up here at Audiology Now, and people would walk by our booth, and we'd tell them about the product, and people immediately started to get it. Audiologists walking by, hey, I get that. My patients need that. I know someone who needs that. Hey, I've actually been looking for something like you. Wait, so they can do this and this? It was immediate and instant. We knew that we had something here. We knew that we were onto something. We knew that, yeah, we were new to the market. We were new to the hearing care space, but we may have a real serious play here. So over the course of the last 6 to 8 months, we attended multiple shows. After Audiology Now, we went to the Deaf Nation show in Pomona. We went to the Deaf Nation show in Las Vegas, the World Expo. And all these shows, by the way, we're selling out of the product that we bring. So we bring 100 units, we bring 200 units, we bring actually 400 or 500 units to the Deaf Nation show. And we're just ripping through them. People come up, they see it, they feel it. It really helps to be able to feel it and see how strong the vibration actually is. They try it on, they get the idea, and people buy it. It's just that simple. So we've had nothing but successes at these shows like Audiology Now, Deaf Nation. We went to the HLAA event in DC, and we had a great show. Great show. It was a lot of fun. And then actually most recently we went to the TED Talk conference in Annapolis, Maryland as well. So over the last, like I said, 6 to 8 months, we've really been trying to push this in the space and trying to figure out who we can work with and how we can most effectively get the product out to people with hearing loss. So I'm sure there's probably a number of people that are watching right now that are thinking in their head, maybe there's somebody that can use this, maybe there's somebody that I know that can put this into practice. So just stuff to think about. We are very open to any sort of ideas or anybody with a creative way to make this a product that your patients or people that you know with hearing loss would be attracted to. So I think that's it for this slide. Basically, we validated the market. We've proven that this is a product that has legs for people with hearing loss. So we're really looking forward to the future in the space in a meaningful way, and we're doing it quickly. So keep your eyes open because we're not going anywhere. I'll go to the next slide. This is just more of a general slide, sort of discussing the product, explaining to you how it works. So by the way, Ditto is connected through Bluetooth Low Energy. So a lot of people ask, oh, well, my hearing aids are Bluetooth. Can they still be paired with my phone? And Ditto's, yes, absolutely. Bluetooth Low Energy products, BTLE by short, most people would know it. You can be paired up to multiple different devices. You can be paired to probably more devices than you own. So I know on my phone I have my Beats headphones paired to it. I have my home speaker paired to it. I have my car paired to it. My Ditto. I have 10 or 15 different devices paired up, and there's no issues there. So something good to know. The general range on Ditto is anywhere from 50 to 100 feet. So that's a very safe range. So yeah, there's generally speaking, your phone in your kitchen charging to the living room or beyond, or phone in the kitchen, or you're in the backyard gardening doing something. So that's just a general rule of thumb, but actually the antenna that's built into Ditto is very well done. It's built by one of the best antenna engineers in the world. It's just some guy in Arkansas. He just makes antennas all day. It's built directly into the board, and actually the range on it extends out to a couple hundred feet in the right environment. So if you're at the beach or you're out playing golf and there's just openness, it's just open, expansive space, or there's nothing in between, no walls or concrete, it can be a couple hundred feet. So it's kind of cool to know. And then the whole concept behind Ditto of, feel your phone. Feel your phone from 100 feet away. that's a real concept, and that's one that people really gravitate to, especially with hearing loss, because you may not hear it, you may not hear your phone, but if you can feel it, that's the bridge, that's the big deal that makes people move and want to buy it and use it and really love it. You know, people aren't just buying it, they're using it, which is very cool. So, move on. You know, like I said, the app is completely customizable. Every aspect of it, notifications, the apps, the favorites is actually a function I did not discuss a little bit. This is pretty cool. Originally, Ditto was developed. It led before the Apple Watch. So before the Apple Watch came out, Ditto was already in development. We were actually launching right around the time the Apple Watch was coming out. And there's a movement. There still is a movement about basically disconnecting from your phone. And Ditto does that for you as well. If you don't want to check your phone all day, every day, if you say, oh, I'm watching this, and you know, I don't want to check my phone, I don't want to know, well, that's fine, because actually Ditto was created for that reason as well. With favorites, you can set up favorites on Ditto. You can see it right there in the app. It's the third option down. You click on it, and in that, you can go and select anybody from your contacts list and set them up as a contact in a favorite. So basically what happens is you put your phone down. If you want to know that your wife and son are calling, you set them up in your favorites, you put your phone down, and then you don't worry about your phone. If you only want to know about those two people calling, Ditto will vibrate when they call, and you can set up a different vibration pattern for them. And you'll essentially be in the loop and stay connected to the people that matter most. But you won't have to worry about all the other noise that goes on your phone. So kind of cool. If you want to disconnect from your phone, Ditto can allow you to do that. But it also, yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. This portal is new to me. So I see Noreen might have a question. I'd love to know if Noreen has a question.
Go ahead and take questions at the end, Neal.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, cool. I just wasn't sure. I kind of like this thing. It's cool. So yeah, that's most of the features inside the app. One other really cool function of Ditto, which if you're kind of a nerd, kind of a techie guy like me, I find a lot of value in it, is that you see the very bottom option there says update. So Ditto, for a $40 product, this is unheard of. For a $40 product, we actually have the ability to update Ditto over the air with free firmware updates. So essentially, the Ditto here is a Ditto that I've had this Ditto for a couple of years now, like almost 2 years, and it is on the most up-to-date firmware. It has every new app. I've added a ton of new features to the product, and it's the same exact Ditto. We can update it over the air with the app, meaning you don't have to buy a new Ditto if something changes, or Apple comes out with a new update, or Android comes out with a new update and it changes things. You don't have to buy a new product. We come up with a fix, and we can do it right there through your phone, completely free. It's a pretty cool concept. And one other thing, yeah, Ditto is available on Android and iOS. So if you're an Android user, it's available through the Google Play Store. It's compatible with 90% of the Android phones on the market. So if you're a Samsung user, an LG user, a Nexus user, you name it, it works with your device. So let's move on to the next slide. Like I said, 60+ compatible apps. So there's countless ways to make Ditto work for you. Let's say you're an Uber driver. You want to know when your next rider is calling. You'll know exactly when. Or you're waiting for an Amazon package, or you're a religious Huffington Post reader, or you're tied to your CNN updates. Ditto will keep you in the loop. But specifically to the hard of hearing market, we've come out with a lot of different compatibilities for apps that might be relevant to yourself. So Purple Communication, Sorensen, Caption Call. Actually, there's a Caption Call app that's available for iPad. It works with that. It also works with the Hamilton CapTel mobile app as well. So we've made a point to make sure that Ditto works with a lot of different platforms, and we're also open to hearing other people's ideas. If there's apps that you think that would be really valuable if we were compatible with, please share it with us, and we'd be happy to look into it. So that's sort of slide. So I can run through pretty quickly the same things I've already discussed. Missed calls, texts, or emails from loved ones because you're trying to hear your phone. So just sort of showing how Ditto is used in daily life. You clip it on a shirt. A lot of women actually wear it on a bra strap. Really sneaky. No one knows it's there. It's kind of cool. And yeah, like I said, the phone could be anywhere in the house and they'll know it. So here's another concept that's very common. Missing calls from loved ones, grandkids, whoever it may be. You know, with Ditto, you'll feel your phone. So, or your iPad, actually. I also didn't add that. Ditto is compatible with your iPad. So a lot of people may not have a smartphone, but they might have an iPad. So it's one or the other. It works well. Perfect for working in the garden or taking a walk. There's the wristband that's included in every package, and this is the package. So it's actually very nice packaging. Everything is included. You can see the wristband here. So very easy to set up, fairly simple. It takes about a minute or two to open the box and put it together. It couldn't be easier. Perfect by the pool, washing your hands, lounging around. There's a nice picture of me washing the dishes, or washing a tomato that she just picked. So Ditto as an alarm clock or timer is also really cool for people with hearing loss. This is something that was really popular at the HLAA show. So a lot of people that are profoundly deaf or with these cochlear implants, my understanding is they use bed shakers to wake up in the morning. But that's not easy or feasible while traveling. And Ditto is an incredible travel alarm. So you can go to bed with Ditto on your wrist, set up an alarm, and it'll vibrate you until you wake up and turn it off. Pretty cool little concept. Instead of lugging around a bed shaker or having to worry about somebody knocking on your door or getting a call, Ditto will let you know in the morning. So pretty cool. And we made changes to the app to allow for additional alarms. We added 2 additional alarms. So in total, there's 3 alarms that you can set. If you're like me and you have to set 4 or 5 different alarms to get up in the morning because you're exhausted because you're staying up late. Ditto will make sure that you wake up, and we've also added a feature that allows for recurring vibrations. So it'll literally vibrate until you get up and turn it off. So pretty cool, very effective alarm. Here's a concept that I think is exciting for us, for you, for anybody who's watching. Ditto's a great gift. While the holidays are coming up, this is something to think about. It's a great gift for somebody with hearing loss. So you know somebody with hearing loss that has a smartphone that you think could or might use this. For $40, you can't give a more thoughtful gift, a gift that actually has purpose, a gift that is also very cool and customizable and personal. So something to think about while the holidays are approaching. I'm actually going to give a little discount code here in a bit to everybody who's paying attention. So, great gift. We actually did really well last Q4. We did great in terms of mass market sales. So in terms of what it could do in the hearing care space, I think it's very exciting. But definitely consider us when the holidays are coming up. Great stocking stuffer. There's daughter giving her mother a Ditto, kind of a fun scene. And we're really popular on Amazon. We have over 100 5-star reviews from people that are deaf or hard of hearing on Amazon, which is not easy to do, by the way. Amazon is a very interesting marketplace, especially when reviews come into play. Everybody has an opinion, but we are doing really, really well with people that are deaf, hard of hearing, anywhere in the full spectrum. It also applies to people that work in loud environments as well. So something to take a look at. Pretty cool. We are also available on Amazon. We're actually running a promotion on Amazon today. It's a 1-day flash sale. So if you don't want to buy it directly from us, or you'd like to go to Amazon, definitely go there. It all comes back to us in some form. The next page, something I like to say, we're tiny, but we're kind of a big deal. We've been featured all over the place. We have a great PR team, and it's a product that people like to talk about because it's kind of cool, it's kind of cute, it's interesting. Everything from Yahoo Tech, Inc., Today, Time, Entrepreneur. We've been featured in a bunch of different shows. So Kathy Lee and Hoda, we were on the Today Show last year right after CES, so right around the first, like the second week of the year. It was actually really fun, really cool. We put it on Kathy Lee, and she was vibrating on stage, and it actually made her jump. It's funny. So, but she liked it. It was very cool. We were featured on all these major shows. We've also been featured in some specific publications to the Hearing Care channel, the Hearing Review and Audiology World News. They've given us pretty nice write-ups, and I think we're going to see even more here in the next couple months, because we have some pretty cool things that are coming out here in the next couple weeks, which I'm sure if you kind of stay tuned, keep a lookout, keep an eye out for us, you'll see more from us very, very soon. Here's a little quick look at the internal team. It's kind of a mix of everybody, but Ditto was not developed by amateurs, is sort of why I include this slide. We're all people that have been doing this stuff for quite a while. Mechanical engineering was done by the same team that did all the mechanical engineering for Beats headphones, which is a product that sold millions and millions of units. I'm sure everyone knows of Beats headphones. Our chief mechanical engineer, he's been doing this for 30, 40 years. He's designed probably stuff that's sitting on your desk right now in front of you. He's done a lot of electrical engineering for huge, major Fortune 500 companies. He's where the companies go when their stuff starts to break. So we are incredibly stable, and we work really, really well. All software is done by top-notch development team out of the Vancouver area. They build for everybody. Actually, they're just recently were receiving a major honor from Google, so pretty big deal. Our sales is run by James Barbarian, who has done a lot over his years. He ran Targus, a major company that sold products in the consumer electronics space. And you go down the chain. Our social media guy, he's awesome. He takes a really cool, creative approach to marketing, and he's got a lot of great ideas, and we're having a lot of fun with him. And our industrial design, Fred Bold, he also did the Nest thermostat. And Mark Gurin, he's the guy who runs the whole show. So he's been doing technology products for a really long time. And it's just sort of his child, his baby, and we're making this thing a real reality. We're making it a huge hit. So I think we're having a lot of fun together. But yeah, the whole team, I like to include this just so you know, this isn't just this is my apartment, this is my command center too, when I say, but it's much more than a little startup. It's actually a big startup with a lot of people working on it from all over the country, and actually internationally as well. We include our groups in China. So it's a big group. I would show you our office, but that's a pretty big space. And apparently it's not like there's a vacuum going on, so Nancy suggested I do it from my house. So I didn't want anyone to be annoyed with background noise. So like I said, there's a promo code that we're making available to everybody for the next couple days until November 8th. So Mark Gurin yesterday said that you have until election day to decide if you'd like to get a Ditto. So if you include the code HLAA20, you'll get 20% off any and all of your orders. So, and if you need anything directly, please feel free to reach out to us, me, write an email to info@simplematters, and we're happy to talk to you about anything you'd like to do. If you have ideas for the product, if you think this would be a good fit for your practice, or you know somebody that could benefit from this, or you have ideas, we'd be more than happy to talk. And I am also very excited to announce, I think this is as good a time as any, I think you'll be seeing more of us, especially if you're an audiologist or if you're in audiologist offices. We actually just recently partnered with the leader in hearing care educational content provider, the leading educational content provider for the hearing care market, and that is Clear Digital Media. So we're very excited. Brad Dodson, thank you very much. We're really looking forward to making this a huge hit and sharing our content, sharing our videos in hundreds of audiologist offices across the country, and making sure that people know that this is a solution for them that they should absolutely consider. Anyone who's buying a hearing aid should absolutely consider to buy a Ditto. It's very simple add-on. It's a very easy next step in terms of assistive devices. So for $40, you can't beat it. So Brad, thank you. We're really excited about working with you and the team, and we're looking forward to the next steps with your group. So keep an eye out, everybody else out there. You will hopefully see our videos very, very soon in office, or maybe even your office. So that's pretty much it. So I'd be more than happy to hear from anybody out there, anyone who has questions. Like I said, reach out to us at info@simplematters. All those emails across my desk in some form or another. We see everything, so we'd love to talk. And yeah. Did people like my presentation? I was told to try this check mark thing. I guess put a green check mark if yes. Actually, don't do that. Don't do that. No, I don't want to see negative stuff. So it'll ruin it. Oh, I got 2 green check marks. I like that.
Neal, that was very interesting. It does a whole lot more than I thought or I knew about before. And I thought of some applications that could be very helpful in my own household with my teenage boys. So they might be getting a Ditto in their stockings this Christmas. As much as they have their phones always in their hand or in their pockets, for some reason when they're out with their friends, they never answer my phone calls or my texts. So
sounds about right. And yeah, that's why Ditto exists. That's why Ditto was made.
Exactly.
So I will say I actually use it every day. I'm a 26-year-old guy. I don't have any hearing loss yet. I will. I know I will. I listen to loud music. But I use it every day, and I love it. I developed it or helped develop it, so I mean I need to use it, but I actually really enjoy using it. It's a great product, and I wouldn't be working on it if it wasn't a great product. So I think that's cool.
Yes, I think they will. And the other thing that I was thinking, just in terms of my own, I feel like I always have my phone in my hand or close by myself, but when I go to sleep at night, I like to turn the sound off because I've got too many apps that make noise, notifications. So I know that my alarm will sound even if my sound is off, but I wouldn't get any kind of emergency phone call. And that's a little bit worrisome. So I think this is probably something that would be very helpful in that case too, where otherwise you would miss a phone call.
Absolutely. I mean, there's nothing worse than missing that critical or important call and only realizing, an hour or 2 hours later, even 20 minutes. It could be the difference between, something really, really significant. So it is, as technology evolves and as we become more and more tied to that technology, smartphones in particular, and it is the main form of communication. I mean, most households today in the United States don't have landlines. And that trend is it's only accelerating. It's not going the other direction. We are tied to this more than ever. So if you don't know what's going on your smartphone, you are in a lot of ways putting yourself in some ways at risk. I like to always know what's going on my phone. People use Ditto for different reasons. Some people set it up and filter. They turn on favorites and they only want to know when a few people are calling, but I turn it on for everything actually that goes on my phone. So anything and everything that happens on my phone, I know what's happening. So
I guess then you can decide whether you're going to act on that or not. Where do you see the future of Ditto, or if you can talk about that at all? You said that updates are automatically uploaded to the device, so what could be down the road that it doesn't do already?
We actually just spent a lot of time redoing the app. So a couple months ago, actually the last HLAA show, right after that, we released a new app. About 3 weeks after the most recent HLAA show in DC, we came out with a new app. So we've been actively developing, doing just that. What's in the future? Well, we need to get more people to find out about this. So in terms of the next steps in the technology is there. We're at a point where it has pretty much every feature that people with hearing loss have asked for, at least to a certain threshold. There are a few smaller things that we can do, like integrating with certain alarm systems or possibly doorbells or things to that effect. But that's a little bit further off, not because we can't do it, but because a lot of the technologies and platforms that we would be working with and integrating with, they're not as developed as you would hope or like or expect. So then there's also no one leading provider of the services for, like, I'm using this as an example, but like a doorbell alarm or doorbell alerting system, it's not quite there yet. So really, we need the biggest focus that we have internally. We're also a small team. Our biggest focus right now is making sure that more people know about the product, making sure that more people in the hearing care space know that we exist and that it's something that they should be looking at as a solution.
Are you planning to be at the HLAA 2017 convention so people can meet you in person there?
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Anything hearing care related, we're there. We're going to keep going to defamation shows. We're going to keep going to HLAA shows. I was actually just at the HLAA show in Northern California a couple weeks ago. It was a tech expo. So
great.
We're committed.
In case some of you on the webinar are unaware, our convention is in Salt Lake City, June 22nd to the 25th, and it's a great place to see new technology like Ditto and other things that are helpful for people with hearing loss at work, at home, and at play. So make sure you register. Registration is open now, and we're really looking forward to it. Ditto was a great addition to our exhibit hall last year, so we're happy to hear that you're coming back.
Absolutely. I see a question from Rainy Girl asking, are all the notifications vibrating alerts? If you have a lot of different alerts set, how do you know the difference between them? So I don't know, you might have missed, but you can actually set up different custom vibration patterns inside the app. Let me show you how that works really quickly. So let's see if you can see. So here you can see the app. I'm going to select phone calls. So inside phone calls, you can select the different vibrations. So when I get a call, it will vibrate. It will now vibrate 4 times. It's just like that. It's that simple. It's now set. So if Rainy Girl, if you call me, my Ditto will vibrate 4 times. If I get a text message from you, it'll vibrate 2 times. See, 2 vibrations are selected. So with the different vibration patterns, you can pretty quickly differentiate between a whole host of different deals. And there's endless ways to customize and make it your own. So hopefully that answers your question. Let me know. Give me a green check if it does.
Neal, I had a question emailed to me by somebody who could not attend today, and his question had to do with the strength of the vibration. Is it strong enough, like if you were wearing it in a, if you put it in a winter coat, are you going to feel that vibration? Or are there places where you would not recommend that somebody put it because they may miss the vibration?
Yeah, I always recommend that somebody using Ditto wear it close to their body. I think it's absolutely critical that it's touching your skin or your body somewhere. If you're wearing a big puffy coat and it's on the outside of your coat, it's going to be tougher to feel it. And that's the same way it's hard to feel your phone if it's in a big puffy coat. It's harder to feel any sort of vibration. So I recommend wearing it on the inner layers of clothing. Like I said, a bra strap or on the wristband, somewhere somewhere where you'll be sure to feel it, I would recommend it. But this vibration is very strong. I've had a lot of people say it's stronger than the foam even. I think it is. In isolation, it is stronger than the foam. So it just depends on where you wear it. I wouldn't recommend wearing it in a big puffy jacket, throwing it in a pocket and expecting it to be felt if it's not right on your person. So stuff that you play around with for 5 minutes, you pretty quickly understand where you can and cannot wear it, and you just kind of adapt to it. And everyone's different too. Everybody's sensitive to vibrations in different ways.
Okay, that's a good answer, and I'll get back to him on that. May I publicize when we put the recording up? Shall we publicize that discount is available till the 8th?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
And that, if you'd like to feature that on our page, you can feel free to do so.
Okay. All right, I can do that, and everybody can get their holiday shopping started.
That's right.
I don't see any other questions. I'm hoping that we haven't kept people from their jobs and that they're going to get in trouble because they've been away from their their work for too long today. This has been very informative, and I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day as you start your day in California.
Thanks.
This was very, very informative. We will get the recording posted on the website as soon as possible so people can share it with their family members and let them know about this very useful product for people with hearing loss. Noreen is saying hello. Hello, Noreen. Did you have a question? I'll just give her a moment to type a question if she has one. Oops. Okay, maybe. Okay, I guess not. Again, Neal, thank you very much for presenting today. And if I don't see any other questions, I'll end off with that. If anybody does think of something they'd like to have Neal answer, you can always email me at nmacklin@hearingloss.org, and I will pass that question along to Neal. Once again, thanks, Neal, very much, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much for having us. Very happy to be here. Excited. So thank you for all the support. HLAA has been great for us, so can't wait to continue on this partnership.
Great. Well, thanks. Good. Thank you for that. And if I don't see you soon, I'll see you in Salt Lake City next June.
Great. See you then. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Neal. Bye-bye.